matters that require my consideration alone. You've already seen that during jury selection when we turn all this silly noise, and just now when we had a brief consultation about the jury instructions. It's impossible to predict when such a conference may be required or how long it will last. When such conferences occur, they will be conducted to consume as little of your time as necessary for a fair and orderly trial in this case. We'll do as many as we can here at the bench. If they take more than just a few minutes, we'll probably have to ask you to leave and go to the jury room. I'll try to restrict that because just the amount of time that adds to the trial, but we'll do it up here as often as we can. Now, I think someone asked about note-taking, maybe a couple of folks. This is your note-taking instruction. If you'd like to take notes during the trial, you may do so. On the other hand, you're not required to take notes if you don't want to. This will be left up to you individually. You're going to be provided with a notepad and a pen. And you can see they're in a manila envelope. The purpose for this is to preserve the privacy or the privilege of your notes. They're numbered. As I told you at jury selection, if the best thing is to write your name on the front page of the pad, that way when you close the leaves, the sheets of paper, all that will show is just your name if it ends up not in the manila folder. Any notes you take are for your personal use only. However, during recesses, you'll not be permitted to take them from the courtroom. During recesses, the bailiff will take possession of your notes and will return them to you when we reconvene. When you retire to do your deliberations, you can take your notes with you. After you've completed your deliberations, the bailiff will deliver your notes to me and I will destroy them. No one will ever be permitted to read the notes that you take. If you do take notes, do not get so involved in note-taking that you become distracted from the proceedings. Your notes should only be used as aids to your memory. Whether or not you take notes, you should rely on your own memory of the evidence, and you should not be unduly influenced by the notes of other jurors. Notes are not entitled to any greater weight than each juror's memory of the evidence. At this time, the attorneys will have the opportunity to make their opening statements. I remind you that what their opening statements do is give the attorneys an opportunity to tell you what evidence they expect will be presented so that you'll have an opportunity to expect or understand what's to come next. Remember that what the attorneys say at this time or at any time during the trial is not evidence, and you are not to consider it as evidence. However, it's important that you pay close attention to their opening statements because it will assist you in understanding the trial. Mr. Gomez.
Thank you, Judge. That's good. Marty? Good. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here and good morning. You are here today to hear the case of the state of Florida versus NIJA Gamble. I believe as you heard in jury selection, he has been charged with 3 counts. Count 1, trafficking in fentanyl 28 grams or more. Count 2, trafficking in methamphetamine 28 grams or more but less than 200 grams. And count 3, sale, delivery, or possession with intent to sell or deliver a controlled substance. Now, as the court has just instructed you, after the close of our case, he's going to instruct you on the law. But I do want to kind of tell you the elements that I anticipate you're going to hear from that instruction. With respect to count 1, in order to find the defendant guilty, the state must prove beyond a reasonable doubt each element of these three elements. 1, that NIJA Gamble knowingly possessed, sold, purchased, delivered, or brought into Florida a substance. That substance was fentanyl or a mixture containing fentanyl. And that fentanyl or mixture containing fentanyl weighed more than 28 grams. In count 2, in order to find the defendant guilty, the state must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that NIJA Gamble knowingly possessed, sold, purchased, delivered, or brought into Florida a substance, that substance was methamphetamine, and that methamphetamine weighed 28 grams or more, but less than 200 grams. And lastly, in count 3, the elements that we must prove beyond a reasonable doubt are that NIJA Gamble sold, delivered, or possessed with intent to sell or deliver a controlled substance. That substance was cocaine, and that NIJA Gamble had knowledge of the presence of the cocaine. I anticipate that throughout this trial, you are going to hear from various law enforcement officers. I anticipate that you will hear from Sergeant Courtney Howard that on April 7th, she was conducting surveillance on a residence when she observed the defendant of the vehicle pull up and conduct what she believed to be a hand-to-hand transaction. I anticipate that you will hear that Investigator Simpkins, after hearing this relayed over the radio, conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's vehicle. You will also see a body camera from Investigator Simpkins of that traffic stop where he detained the defendant. You will also hear testimony and see the body camera from Investigator Mitchell Landis. Investigator Mitchell Landis had his body camera on while he was conducting and executing a search warrant on the vehicle the very next day at the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office impound lot. I also anticipate that you will see various substances, the lab reports that the DEA chemists created after their analysis of those substances, and you will hear from the DEA chemists themselves. Pay close attention to all of the testimony. Pay close attention to all of the evidence over the course of this trial, and use your common sense to determine the credibility that you give to each piece of evidence and each witness's testimony. After doing so, the state believes that you will return a verdict of guilty on all counts. Thank you for your time.
Mr. Nopes.
Judge, may we approach?
Granted.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Congratulations, Crestviews' very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict of $11.5 million for your client from a death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AV preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell works tirelessly for his clients, as is evident by this extraordinary verdict. If you're taking your case to trial, be prepared. Contact Dixie Dan Powell and Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
Mr. Noakes.
Judge, I would ask to be able to reserve our opening.
You may do so.
Your Honor, the state begin their case.
Yes. And what that means, ladies and gentlemen, is the defense has the right to reserve their opening until later if they so desire, and they've done that. That's simply a different
This is Tiffany Woodham,
procedure
State
that
Farm's
they've
newest
adopted. They
agent
have
in-
the right to do that at the conclusion of the state's evidence. Mr. Gomez, your first witness.
Yes, Your Honor, at this time, the state calls Sergeant Courtney Howard.
Sergeant Courtney Howard, please. Remain standing, raise your right hand. Well, you've already been sworn, never mind. Paul, just sit down. I apologize for that. You get in our habits, we don't.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. And you see the microphone there in front of you. Direct your voice to the microphone. Speak clearly and distinctly. It's important. All of us, especially the jury, is able to hear and understand what you have to say. And of course, you have the court reporter in front of you. It's important that she's able to understand and make a good record of what you have to say. Is that all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if any of these lawyers object, you need to stop speaking immediately until you receive an instruction on how to proceed.
Yes,
Okay?
sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Gomez, you may inquire.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning, ma'am. Can you please state your name for the record?
Courtney Howard,
Where are you employed?
the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been employed there?
At the Sheriff's Office, approximately 14 years.
What role do you currently have with the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office?
I am the sergeant over the sex offenders and predators within Okaloosa County and also over the school resource officers in the North End.
Okay. What role did you have with the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office on or about April 7th and 8th of 2022?
I was an investigator in the Drug Task Force unit.
Okay. How long were you a part of the Drug Task Force?
Roughly 2.5 years.
As part of your role as a investigator in the Drug Task Force, did you undergo training or education surrounding narcotics?
I did.
What type of training or education did you receive?
Drug identification, interdiction, state interdiction, fentanyl training, impairment on narcotics, and some other stuff.
Does that include training on the common practices of narcotics traffickers?
Yes.
How did you become involved in this case on April 7th of 2022?
On that particular day, I was watching another individual.
Okay. What did you notice while you were watching that other individual?
During that time frame, I actually observed a gray, bluish Volkswagen four-door sedan pull up in front of the location that I was actually observing.
What did you notice about that vehicle?
Because of prior experience, I recognized the vehicle, who I'd known the defendant to actually be typically driving.
Where was your vehicle positioned in relation to the defendant's car?
I would say approximately 50 feet.
What did you do when you saw the car pull up?
Once I noticed the vehicle pull up, I relayed the information to two other deputies at the time of what I was actually observing, who I believed to be in the vehicle, and what was going on.
What deputies did you relay that information to?
Deputy Simpkins and Deputy Gonzalez.
Okay. What happened while you were watching the car?
During that time frame, I actually seen the driver of the vehicle stick his hand out and had an object in his hand and provide it to two other individuals that were actually approached the vehicle in the street.
Were you able to see that object?
No, but based on my training and experience, I believed it to be a narcotic transaction.
How long did the vehicle stay at that location?
Max 2 minutes.
What do you believe the incident that you observed was?
Drug transaction.
When the Volkswagen left, where did it go?
It went south on Miller.
Approximately how long from the moment that it left until it was stopped? Do you know?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
How long from the moment that it left the area you were watching until it was stopped?
Seconds.
Okay. Would the car have been able to stop anywhere else?
No, sir.
Okay. What was your involvement after that moment in time?
I had nothing to do with the traffic stop. Once that was taking place, the following day, I prepared a search warrant and then executed the search warrant on the vehicle.
Where did you execute the search warrant at?
At the evidence headquarters.
Okay. What role did you have in executing the search warrant?
Searching the vehicle and then dropping the evidence.
Okay. When you say dropping the evidence, can you explain what that means?
Collecting the evidence, taking possession of it, and then putting it into a locker or a bin.
Okay. Is the evidence vault locked?
Yes.
Is it monitored?
It's just secured at HQ.
Okay. Is there a process within that you have to fill out to check in evidence or check out evidence?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I have no further questions at this time.
Mr. Noakes.
So, Deputy Howard, you couldn't tell who the driver was of the vehicle that you recognized?
No, sir.
Okay. And as far as you said that you could not see what was in anybody's hand.
Correct.
And as far as your involvement of when the search warrant was served on, or I guess was executed on the car, did you physically reach in and grab anything and seize it?
I actually did not locate anything in the vehicle where I was searching on the driver's side.
Okay.
However, the other investigator on the passenger side is the one that pretty much located everything.
Okay. And is there a specific report that you're aware of that you detailed exactly what side of the car you started on or what you saw happen or anything of that nature?
I didn't actually put, where I was standing and where I actually searched, but I just put who located the items, where they were found.
Okay. And in fact, the person who was also involved, who actually seized certain items, that person did not do a report either. Is that correct?
I don't believe based on that. I think it was only when he actually removed the evidence and then the phone downloads. But my report generated based on what was found and who found it and where.
Okay. And as far as the way the evidence area at, you call it HQ headquarters, you basically drop it off and enter it into the evidence bin, and it's assigned a number or letter or something, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And then is there a log that's kept at the headquarters as to who, if anybody tries to check it out or move it or anything of that nature?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Those are my questions.
Redirect, Mr. Gomez.
Yes, please, Your Honor. Sergeant Howard, to your knowledge, was the individuals who were conducting that search warrant, were you guys all wearing body cameras?
We were.
Okay. Was the location that you were surveilling, in particular on that April 7th date, was that in Okaloosa County?
It was.
Okay. I have no further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
Is the witness released?
We're going to keep her in case we need to
All right. Sergeant Howard, you can step down at this time. You remain subject to your subpoena, and you remain subject to the rule that we discussed where you cannot discuss your testimony with any of the other witnesses.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Your next witness, Mr. Gomez.
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, the state calls investigator Brandon Simpkins.
Brandon Simpkins, please.
Oh, Simpkins. Yeah.
Please be seated. You were previously sworn.
Yes, sir.
All right. Please direct your voice to the microphone you see in front of you. Speak clearly and distinctly. It's important all of us, especially the jury seated to your left, is able to hear and understand what you have to say, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
And if there are any objections by the lawyers, please stop speaking immediately until you receive an instruction on how to proceed. Is that all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Gomez, you may inquire.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning, sir. Thanks for being here this morning. Please state your name for the record.
Investigator Brandon Simpkins,
And where are you employed?
the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office.
What role do you have at the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office?
I'm currently assigned as an investigator
How long have you been employed there?
since January of 2019.
What role did you have with the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office on or about April 7th or 8th of 2022?
I was a deputy sheriff assigned to the street crimes unit.
As a part of your positions at that time as a deputy, had you undergone any training or education surrounding narcotics?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What type of training did you receive or education?
Training in the familiarization with street-level distribution of narcotics as well as criminal interdiction of narcotics.
As part of your training experience, were you educated on various types of ways that drug traffickers package narcotics?
Yes, sir.
What happened on the day of April 7th of 2022?
Myself and members of the street crimes unit conducted a traffic stop.
Okay. Why did you conduct that traffic stop?
For the purposes and with making contact with the defendant.
Okay. What did Sergeant Howard relay to you over the radio?
Sergeant Howard indicated to me that a vehicle was departing a known narcotics location, subject to investigation, provided the vehicle's registration, the license plate number to me, and that she wished to have the vehicle stopped.
How did you come into contact with the defendant?
During the course of that traffic stop after it had departed that target location.
Where did you identify the defendant in the vehicle?
In the area of Woodham and Taylor Circle in Fort Walton Beach.
Are those roads right next to Miller Street?
Yes, sir.
When you were conducting that traffic stop, did you see who the vehicle was registered to?
Yes, sir.
Was it registered to Mr. Gamble?
No, sir.
How common is it for narcotics traffickers to drive a car not registered to them?
Fairly common.
Objection, Your Honor, cause of speculation.
May we approach, Your Honor?
I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Sustained.
How often have you had the opportunity to investigate narcotics traffickers?
Frequently at that juncture in time, it was my primary duty as well as now.
How often did you see narcotics traffickers in vehicles not registered to them?
Quite frequently.
Why is that?
Objection, Your Honor, cause of speculation.
Overruled.
It's a method and technique narcotics distributors or those that partake in criminal activity use to conceal their identity. If they are going to partake in a criminal activity, they would likely and frequently not elect to use a vehicle that's directly associated with it.
What happened during the traffic stop?
The defendant was ultimately taken into custody after effecting that traffic stop.
What did you notice about the defendant during that traffic stop?
During the course of that traffic stop and a conversation with the defendant, he was glancing and making furtive hand movements, dropping his hands out of my field of view through the front windshield towards the area of the center console, and again, out of my field of view.
Once Mr. Gamble was in custody, what happened?
He was read his Miranda rights and was placed in the back of an agency patrol vehicle.
Were you wearing a body camera for this incident?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How does your agency body cameras work?
We have a body camera that's affixed to our person, our equipment. We keep it in a standby mode. When we go to affect illegal capacity, we activate that body camera by pressing a button on the camera twice.
So you have to physically turn it on to record?
Yes.
Okay. When did you turn your body camera on?
Shortly thereafter, initiating the traffic stop.
Why did you wait until that moment?
My primary focus was on facilitating that traffic stop and ensuring that the vehicle came to rest and that the vehicle was stopped.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
Granted.
Investigator Simpkins, I'm handing you what is marked as State's Exhibit 1. Do you recognize that exhibit?
Yes, sir.
How do you recognize it?
My signature on this exhibit.
What is on that USB?
Body camera of the incident.
Okay. Have you reviewed the video on that USB?
Yes.
Does it appear to be edited or altered in any way?
No, sir.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, State moves to admit Exhibit 1 into evidence and to publish at this time.
Objections?
No objection.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the first item of tangible evidence has been admitted.
Your Honor, I think at this time, the court needs to read the 2.2 instruction.
And that you're talking about the edited.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Oh, let me finish this one, Mr. Gomez. The first item of evidence has been received in evidence. Witnesses may testify about and refer to this, and any other item of evidence during the remainder of the trial. This and all other items of evidence received will be available to you for examination during your deliberations at the end of the trial. Being a video, we may not be able to accommodate you viewing it in the jury room. If you need to view that, you may have to return to the courtroom to view that because of the technology issues during your deliberations. Excuse me. Now, you're about to view a video recording. The court instructs you that the recording has been edited to eliminate irrelevant portions that would not add to your understanding of the case. The fact that the recording has been edited should not concern you in any way and must not impact the way you view and consider this evidence. Mr. Gomez. Let me know when you're ready.
Ready when you are, Your Honor.
All right.
I'm going to take this off because I think I need to. Hold on, it's not.
Are you connected to the lectern or to your counsel table?
Lectern. I believe right now the settings are on a different screen. Hold on real quick. I'm just trying to copy my screen. All right, Your Honor, I think it may be ready. May I publish, Your Honor?
You may publish.
Where you're at, keep your hands up. Put your window down. Put your window down. Put your hands out the window. Put your hands out the window. Leave your hands right where they are. Dude, roll. Leave your hands where they are. Leave your hands up. Leave your hands up. We have one gun going. He's behind the car. He's next to the vehicle. Just hold. Let's get more bodies here and then we'll work from there. There's somebody, I can't tell if there's somebody in the back seat. Stand by. Roll your window down. Roll your window down. Hey, listen to me. Listen to me. Roll your window down. Get your shield. Ariel, go get your shield. Put your window down. Put your window down. NIJA. NIJA, stop looking around and look at me. Keep your hands up. Hey, NIJA. Who's in NIJA? Stop. Stop. Who's in the car with you? Your dog? Guys, I need a shield 5 minutes ago. Let's get fucking moving. NIJA. Listen to me. I need you to turn the car off and come out of the vehicle now with your hands up. Nothing in your hands. Turn the car off and come out of the vehicle now. Hey, hand updates on, hey, keep your hands. Hey, give me a body. I'm exposed, I need a body. Hey, I got commands, move to me. Keep your hands up. Do not move. Keep your hands up. NIJA, roll your window all the way down. Roll your window all the way down. down on your knees. Nobody in the car is my dog. My people, come on, guys. My people, hey, bro, can y'all get my dog? Get my dog in there. Say, no, hey, don't stand on that sidewalk, don't come any closer. No, hey, listen to me, shall I score him? Don't stand on the sidewalk, about to give you any more attention, you're gonna go to jail. Last name Campbell, first name Michael. Sarah, you got one? I'll tell you, intentional.
What happened after the video, I stopped the video just there?
He was read his Miranda warning and put in place into the vehicle.
What happened with the vehicle after Mr. Gamble was detained?
The vehicle is evidence towed to our secure headquarters in Pound Lot.
What is the process with which a vehicle is towed to the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office in Pound Lot?
We'll contact a rotational wrecking service that's contracted with our agency. They will come to the scene, they'll collect the vehicle for us on our behalf. After they've collected the vehicle, we maintain a chain of custody and visible and physical control over that vehicle until it arrives at our headquarters in Pound Lot, where it's placed into evidence.
Who has access to that impound lot?
Supervisors and above of our agency or evidence custodial technicians.
What do you have to do in order to access that impound lot?
Contact a supervisor to gain access.
What was your involvement after you seized the vehicle?
The following day, members of our Criminal Investigations Division applied for and were authorized to gain a search warrant for that vehicle. On that following day, they executed the search warrant on the vehicle, and I participated in that search.
What was your role in the search warrant?
Searching.
Okay, what area of the vehicle did you search?
The back seat of the vehicle.
What did you find?
I found Ziploc bags that are consistent with being used to package illicit narcotics.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Granted.
Investigator Simpkins, I'm handing you what is marked as State's Exhibit 2. Do you recognize that exhibit?
Yes, sir.
What is that exhibit?
The Ziploc bags that I mentioned.
Okay. Is that picture a true and accurate depiction of what you saw when you began the search of the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, the State moves to admit State's Exhibit 2 into evidence at this time.
Objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
It's admitted.
Your Honor, may I please publish to the jury at this time?
Granted. These are being provided to you to briefly examine now so that you'll understand the witness's testimony. As I've said before, all exhibits admitted will be available to you to examine more closely during your deliberations in the jury room.
Your Honor, the state has no further questions. Oh, I'm sorry. Was the individual that you detained out of the Volkswagen, is he in the courtroom today?
Yes, sir.
Can you point to him and identify an article of clothing that he is wearing?
Yes, sir. The individual wearing a black jacket and white shirt.
Your Honor, please let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant, Mr. NIJA Gamble. Thank you, Judge. The state has no further questions at this time.
Mr. Nopes.
Officer Simpkins, as far as the body cam is concerned, where do you normally wear your body cam?
At the period of time I wore it on the front-facing portion of my abdomen.
Is there any policy that you're aware of with your department as to where you're supposed to wear the body cam?
Not currently I apologize, not at the time of the incident in which it occurred.
Is there currently a body cam policy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is that policy?
It is specifying and delineating where you may place your body camera. It's still in the abdomen region.
Okay. Some people wear it on their shoulder?
It is, per our policy, it is not on the shoulder. It's on the front-facing portion of our vest, still in the abdomen region.
What about putting it on your front pocket?
For patrol, that is not, or members of, in uniform, that is not a permitted place to put your body camera.
Okay. Those are my questions, Your Honor.
Redirect.
Yes, Your Honor. You made a comment for those in uniform. Are those policies different for different roles within the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office?
Yes. Yeah.
Are those policies different for investigators?
They are, because investigators are not routinely in a patrol uniform that has an outer carrier, or typically always in a gun belt that would be commonly associated with members of law enforcement.
Last question. Is the impound lot located in Okaloosa County?
Yes.
Thank you. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Witness released.
Yes, sir. We're going to save him just in case we're recording.
All right. You can step down at this time. You remain subject to your subpoena and subject to the rule that you were instructed regarding your talking about your testimony.
Sure.
Your next witness, Mr. Gomez.
Your Honor, at this time, the state is going to call Investigator Mitchell Landis.
All right, good morning. Once again, you've been previously sworn. Please be seated and direct your voice to the microphone. Speak clearly and distinctly. It's
from the
important all of
UPS
us,
store once
especially.
again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
For years, I proudly served Florida as a state trooper. During that time, I investigated over 1,000 car, motorcycle, and trucking crashes. My mission was simple: to help the victims. Now, as an injury attorney, I can do even more to help accident victims. Hi, I'm attorney Coy Browning. If you've been injured in a car accident, I'd be honored to help you. Call or visit us at browninglawfirm.com.
Following up on cell phone downloads and also reviewing jail calls.
How do jail calls work? In terms of how does somebody make a phone call? How does it get documented? Things of that nature.
At the time, it was through Securus, and they had to provide their PIN number and then identify themselves when actually making the call.
How do you have access to those jail calls?
They gave all investigators access.
Can those jail calls be edited or altered inside of Securus?
No, sir.
Okay. Did you have an opportunity to listen to jail calls in this case?
I did.
How do you know the calls that you were listening to came from NIJA, or Mr. Gamble?
Not only by his PIN number, but he also stated his name, and also during conversations, he spoke about what occurred on the traffic stop that nobody would have known.
I believe you may have said this. Is there a PIN associated with each call?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, may I approach?
Granted.
I'm handing you what is marked as State's Exhibit 15. Do you recognize that exhibit?
I do.
How do you recognize that exhibit?
It contains the jail calls.
Have you reviewed the jail calls that are on that USB?
I have.
Did you review the jail calls during your investigation right after the arrest of Mr. Gamble?
I did.
Do the recordings that are on that USB appear to be edited or altered or in any way different from when you obtained them and listened to them earlier on in your investigation?
No, they do not.
Your Honor, at this time, the state moves to admit State's Exhibit 13 into evidence.
Objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
They're admitted.
Your Honor, bear with me here. I'm going to set up to publish a few, like a minute or two.
Yes, sir. Let me know when you're ready.
All right. Your Honor, I believe that you need to read Instruction 2.2 on an edited or altered recording.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is an audio recording, and the audio recording has been edited to eliminate irrelevant portions that would not add to your understanding of the case. And once again, the fact that it has been edited should not concern you in any way and must not impact the way you view and consider the evidence.
An incarcerated individual at Okaloosa County Department of Correctional Services. This call is not private.
But can I restart that? I want to make sure the beginning is right.
Select call from an incarcerated individual at Okaloosa County Department of Correctional Services. This call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. Waiting to receive a phone call can be hard, but now you can easily and quickly send messages to your loved ones. E-messaging is now available to help you stay more connected. Download the Securus app to sign up. To accept charges and consent to this recorded call, press 1. To refuse, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
We just heard, what was that we just heard?
It's basically notifying the individuals on the phone that the conversation's being recorded. And it also identified who the person was using it.
Okay. Does that happen for every jail call that's made?
It does.
Just for the purposes of publishing, Your Honor, I'm now going to move to minute 210 of the recording. Excuse me, Your Honor, I'm not going to publish another jail call. I just don't want to, I didn't want to expose my screen.
An incarcerated individual at Okaloosa County Department of Correctional Services. This call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. Waiting to receive a phone to accept. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
But yeah, what did Debbie say? Oh. Okay. Do you trust her with the money, whatever in the car?
I always be with her. I feel like she would take my money. I don't feel like, but if she does, it's okay.
I'm just making sure.
You know, like 17 hours. She ain't gonna suffer. If I go punch her.
I can just make it clear.
First of all, they have to have her consent to even go in that car. You need to take, couldn't tell her, could tell her, no, they can't go on that vision at all.
Okay.
Is that, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about shit. I'm not worried about shit.
I'm not worried about you. I got money this way without your money, actually. I'm not gonna do it.
I'm not worried about that. Because either way, I have to do some shit.
I'm not either, baby.
For the purposes of publishing, Your Honor, I'm fast forwarding this one to 7:20 to 7:47.
Well, listen, I'm not tripping, bro. I ain't tripping nobody else. You feel me? I'm not tripping, bro. I don't have no charges. I can't do nothing to me. Y'all, bro, they exactly did this. I got out of the car. They put me in the raised my right and sent me to the police station. Whatever y'all do with my car, did in my car, do with my car, that has nothing to do with me.
I'm going to publish one more snippet, Your Honor, of a jail call.
Pre-pay collect call from an incarcerated individual at Okaloosa County Department of Correctional Services. This call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. Wait to thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
I'm going to fast forward in this to 7:15 to 7:42.
I know everything get used. When they figure out what they gonna do with my car, I get my phone and shit. I'm gonna make sure the people bring my phone to use it all. I'm gonna play this shit. Yeah. And I got to be game with my mom and bitches. You feel me? And
Your Honor, the state has no further questions for this witness at the time.
Mr. Nopes.
No questions, Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor, she can, I don't want to release her, but she can come up and stand up.
All right. You can step down at this time. You remain subject to your subpoena and your instruction regarding discussing your testimony.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would recall Investigator Mitchell Landis.
Investigator Landis.
death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AV preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell works tirelessly for his clients, as is evident by this extraordinary verdict. If you're taking your case to trial, be prepared. Contact Dixie Dan Powell and Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualifying heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hey, I'm David at Family
Ladies and
Vision of
gentlemen, we're just doing some
Crestview.
management
We've been
on
providing
now
excellent
on
optical service for North.
next witnesses and those kind of things, so it'd be a good time for a comfort break and to get back to you. We're trying to figure out about lunch. In addition, this Thursday, and so I always have on Thursday afternoons, I have a special criminal proceeding that I do at 12:30. So I normally plan my lunch so we have lunch at 12:30. That way I don't impact, but with witnesses and other things. So we're going to ask, just take a 5-minute break, let them make some calls around, and then we'll bring you back and let you know what we're doing and moving forward, okay? All rise for the jury.
West Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
Continue the trial. Now, I'll handle my 12:30 proceeding, and then I have a special assignment that I have to take care of in Escambia County. We'll do that remotely, electronically, and I have that at 1:30. It should take about 15 minutes. So we'll do the trial for about a half an hour. We'll take a break where I'll handle that proceeding remotely, and then we'll bring you back into the courtroom to continue the evidentiary portion of the trial. Remind you what your obligation is to reach a verdict based solely upon the evidence you hear in this courtroom. You're not allowed to do any research or investigation on your own. You're in this trial now, and somebody may know about the trial because we do, as you notice, we do have media in the courtroom. Should someone at lunch mention to you about the trial, and you'll notice that it's not focused on you, so they're not aware of you. But I'm just saying that folks are aware there's a trial going on. So it's possible someone may talk about the trial, and if they do, remove yourselves from the circumstances immediately, report it to the bailiff when you return. In addition, you may run into somebody at the front door who may be involved in the trial because you don't know who they are. And if someone mentions that, once again, tell them you're in the case and that they need to stop talking and report that to the bailiff also when you return. Okay? So you know what your obligations, and take care of them. We'll see you back at 1 o'clock. Thank you very much. All rise for the jury.